So let's understand. This is Vijay Kumar. So it's having the 8+ years of experience. So then apart from this will be my 30th batch. Then I have trained more than 350+ students on this data analytics so far. So data analytics is not just data analytics which we are going to do here. We are going to do with the Python with data analytics. So data analytics, data analysis, data analyst all the same. So now just understand here why we are using the Python with data analytics. So when you go for the data analytics, so we will understand what are the technologies that are there in the data analytics. Then after that we will understand why Python is required here. Fine. So let's understand here what are the different technologies that we have. So in the data analytics we have, so first technology is Power BI. Fine. And second technology which we are going to learn about here, Excel and Advanced Excel. Fine. The third one we are going to do here the SQL Server. You might know SQL in your school colleges. So I think so. SQL you might know. Apart from this, there is the one concept that is called statistics or mathematics. So who are there? Statistics and the mathematics. This is not mathematics where you want to learn and write the formulas, calculate the things. No need to do anything. So apart from this, there will be the Python. So now these many technologies that you are going to learn under this data analytics. Simple. Now you just understand here why we need to learn all these technologies. Let me decode it one by one. So let's understand. This is Power BI. The same as Power BI, we do have the Tableau also. This is also one technology, but we are not going to discuss about it. Why? We will understand it. So before that, this is the Power BI, is the primary technology. So why I used to call it as a primary technology, let's understand. Out of all this technology, you are going to complete your project by using Power BI only. So can I call it primary technology? Simple, no? So fine. So which means that can I call it as a developing project here? Simple. So whatever the project that you are going to complete by using some technology, that is called primary technology. Perfect. Then why we need to learn all these other technologies? Let's understand here. Let me decode here. So whatever the technology that you want to learn, whatever the project that you want to do, you must require data. Perfect. Data is must. Without data you can't do anything. So any technology that you want to learn, you must require data. So for that matter, we require the two different technologies. So then why we need two different technologies? Let me make you understand. This Excel, let me open Excel in my files. So for example, this is my Excel. So what Excel contains? It is also contain the data, right? Might be in your school days, you might know about Excel somewhat. School days, you might taught. Otherwise, in your college days, at least you know awareness about the Excel, right? These are all the Excel, this is the data, right? Once you go like this, you will reach out the 16,000 plus columns. 16,000, it is not easy thing, right? Once you go down like this, you will reach out the 10 lakhs plus rows are there. Just imagine 10 lakhs, multiply with the 16,000. It can hold the huge amount of the data, right? Can I call it? So once you go like this, the every sheet, you can add as many sheets as you want like this. Which means that Excel also holding the huge amount of data, right? Wherever you go in the shopping malls, anywhere, they are, entering the anything in the Excel sheet only. Which means that is data, right? So here, can I call it also? Excel is used as a data source, right? Simple. So this data source also holding the huge amount of the data, can I call it? Simple. Perfect. So SQL Server also, you know about that SQL Server also. It is also containing the, we used to call it as a database. Why we used to call it as a database? In this database, every database we must have the so many tables. Perfect. So which means that if the database and too many tables are there, can I also call it as a huge amount of the data? It can hold. Perfect, no? So now just observe, then why we need to learn the two technologies. So if both are functioning the same, both are having the same kind of the data, why need to learn? That is question. Now just observe here, the Excel is there everywhere in your laptops. SQL also you can install in every laptop. But the problem is when you go for the Excel, less security. Fine. So which means it is open source, just like open source, anybody can use it. So when it comes to the SQL Server, it is having the more security, right? Perfect. So if any person, even we don't share our password to some other person, our mobile password, so why companies are sharing their data? They look for the more security, right? About their data. So can I use that SQL Server? Perfect, no? So because of all companies require the security, data security. So that is why we must to learn SQL Server. So apart from this Excel is there some place we are going to use it. That somewhere if your awareness about the pro level security or any small amount of the columns or data which is there. So in that cases we are using the Excel as well. So I don't want to lose these opportunities also. If anybody asks a question from the Excel side, you have to be ready with that. If I don't tell this Excel, so that is fine. But I don't want you to lose the opportunity. If any questions coming from the Excel side, you don't want to lose that. You don't want to give up. You must answer for that also, right? So it is not big deal. You can learn it so easily. So, but you must learn about that SQL Server because this is having the more security. All MNC companies, small organizations, every company is using the SQL Server. Fine. Then apart from this, let's understand here the statistics and mathematics are there. If you are, can able to recall it in your school days, median you might know, deviation you might know, so mean you might know, maximum value how to find you might know, minimum value how to, minimum value means small value, maximum value means, maximum value simple, count how to do the count, count distinct, which means it will give you only the distinct values. So these are all the sum of related to stuff of the statistics. So these are all you no need to read separately. So it is the direct option, you just click over there. So you will get answer. You no need to know about the definition also even. So forget about it. So when it comes to the mathematics, very big maths, that is addition, how to do it. Subtractions, how to do it, multiplications, how to do it, divisions, how to do it, and percentage also, this is math stuff. Is this bigger? No. Even if you feel this is bigger, this is free. So this is integrated with your Power BI. So whatever you are going to work on, that Power BI, there we are used to call it as a Power Query Editor. Simple. So where it is available? Power BI. So can I call it as it is free? No need to read separately. So it is available in your Power BI. Perfect. So no need to read this separately, but you can put this in your resume to get shortlist. So to give you more, the impression for your resume. Perfect. Apart from this, there is the one technology that is there, Python. Here we used to call it as a PyPower BI. Perfect. So why Python is required here? So because of whatever the technology that you want to learn nowadays, Python is becoming common. Perfect. Apart from this also, some of the dashboards, we are going to do that one by using AI also. So without we are doing anything, just click on somewhere else, it automatically giving you your project complete. So, but based on the requirement, you have to do some modification. Not AI completely do everything, from their end. You too have to participate in it. So for that purpose, we will try to integrate with the AI also. Perfect. So You just understand here, for your technologies, you must, our primary technology, what is called here, the Power BI. So your data related stuff, what technologies that required? Excel and SQL Server. Perfect. So these statistics, mathematical stuff, it is free. Where it is available? Power BI only. You don't need to read. So this Python is there, separate technology. If you want to learn it, if you don't want to learn it, that is your choice. But what must important for your project? You must important Power BI and SQL. These two technologies must important. 80% of your questions coming from the Power BI, 20% of your questions of interviews coming from the SQL. Fine. Your project also same. SQL Power BI only you are going to complete. So whatever the additional thing that is there, it is helping you to get shortlisted your resume. And one more thing, you are not going to lose the opportunity. If anybody requirement based on the Power BI plus Python, you don't need to lose the opportunity. Perfect, na? So if anybody asking you requirement based on the only Excel and Power BI, you don't want to lose the opportunity. If any MNC company asking for you to Power BI, Excel, SQL, I want, you don't want to lose the opportunity. This is how you create the opportunities. So this is multi-technologies that you have to understand. Now just observe here. So let me make you understand my Power BI. So let's understand what is Power BI. So before we understand the Power BI, as I told you, any technology, if you want to understand, you must require what? Data. Let me understand first data, then after that we will understand. So here, so data, I used to call it as a new oil in the world. So why I want to call it as a new oil in the world? Just observe here. So for example, if you have any vehicle, if you want to travel from one place to another place, we must require petrol or diesel or electricity, or in our kitchen, any curry that you want to cook, you must require oil. Without oil, you can't able to cook anything. Simple. The same manner, whatever the technology that you want to work on, you must require data. Data is just like a oil to the every technology. That is how you just have to understand the data. So now my next question is, data, where it is coming from? Coming from where? Perfect. Different sources it is coming from. First, data is coming from where? That is the first thing. So now understand, if you go for the any online or offline shopping, are we giving any data to them? So our phone number, any discount prices, any mode of the transaction. So they are giving you any, at least your phone number, your details they are taking. Simple. Online, offline shopping, you are providing data. That is also coming from data, right? So apart from that, when you go for the any manufacturing, so if you want to buy any product, any car, vehicle, any product, so they will ask you your address, your EMI details, your insurance details, otherwise your registration of the vehicle or product, they will ask you. So apart from that, so you just understand retail market. When you go for any DMart, any Lulu Mall, any Walmart, they are at least asking you your name. Otherwise, they are asking you mode of transaction. On cash payment you are paying. Otherwise, the card you are using the phone pay. Anything they will ask you the at least a few details. So apart from this, if you understand, if you go for the any Zomato, any Swiggy, any Miso, any Flipkart, any Amazon, even if you are using the any Facebook, Instagram, also they are giving you some analysis. Even your phone also asking you how many hours that you are using your phone entire week. How it is going to take that? So it is going to store somewhere your data. So which means that when you open your mobile, when you are shopping something else, it is asking you the entire thing. The same manner, the data is coming from the different sources. You can understand. So if the data is coming from the different sources, just understand here. If data is 1 month data, we can easily understand. If the data is 1 year, difficult. So not only one city, entire world, you just observe how many people are contributing data every day. Even if you're going pay and something on your phone pay also, it is going to store somewhere. So you will get at the end of the month, statement, right? How they are going to store it? The wherever you are going to pay the payment, it is going to store somewhere. The same thing it is coming, right? The data is 2 years. Can you imagine? The data is 3 years. So how much data will come? Huge amount of the data. The data is 10 years plus. You just understand. Become like a lakhs of the records. Can I call it as a millions of the records? Simple. The same thing. If this much of the data I want to convert into the meaningful understanding. So meaningful understanding. Let me show you the Excel one more time. This is 4 years of the data only. For example, if I am the owner of the any company, DMart or Reliance Industry, any Tata product or BMW, any healthcare sector, Dr. Reddy's. So can I go like this one by one? How much sale? What is the product is selling? What is the model? Then what is the order date? Like this? No. No owner, no company chairman, no founder. They are going to check your data one by one. So for that matter, if you have the huge amount of data, you need some, convert into the meaningful understanding. To convert this huge amount of data into the meaningful understanding, we do have two powerful technologies. That is the one is the Tableau, another one is the Power BI. So let's say here in our data analytics, as I told you, we are going to learn the Power BI instead of the Tableau. So both are functioning the same, both are on the primary technology, both are using for the developing the project. Then why we are preferring for the Power BI? Let me make you understand here. Let's see the difference between them. So Power BI versus Tableau. Simple, right? Let me understand here the differences only. Why we are preferring Power BI instead of this Tableau. So Power BI is coming from the Microsoft. Do you know Microsoft? Everybody know. So my Tableau is coming from the Salesforce. Do you know Salesforce technology? Salesforce technology is there, right? Same Salesforce technology company is releasing Tableau. Microsoft company releasing Power BI. Simple. So now observe here, the Power BI started the 2014 and 15 onwards, which means can I call it as a 10 years old kid? It's almost 10 years, right, by now? So go to here so this one, this is started from the 2003 and 4. So can I call it here as a 20 plus years old kid? Perfect. So your Power BI giving you more features, more direct features. So in your Tableau also you can get the same features, but the problem is you need to follow the some steps. If you follow the some steps, so it takes time. Perfect. If it takes time, so no client willing to give you, delay of your project. Perfect, no? So here the Power BI here. So what else? It is freely available, which means that freely you can practice it. Which means that freely you can use it. So here also free available, but only the 14 days trial period. After that you need to pay money. Simple. When it comes to the companies, they are using for the licensed versions. For this licensed versions, it is less cost. Power BI. So this is the licensed cost. It is a bit more. Simple. So now you just observe any technology, any product which we are going to buy, it is coming from the brand, that to latest one to compare with this one. Perfect. And that having the more features and free also available and license version also less. So can I prefer the Power BI instead of this Tableau? Yes. So if I am the any startup company from the big MNC companies and our product based companies, so what technology that I can prefer? If you are any product company owner, what technology that you can prefer here? Power BI only. You can understand here, nothing bigger. So it is helping you to reduce the burden of your developer, and it is reduce the time to the client also. You can complete your project to less time to compare with this one. This is also you can complete, but little delay. Nothing much bigger, but little delay. So that's why everybody is looking for the Power BI now. That is why demand level is becoming very high. So if you are going for only the Power BI, you can't able to get selected. That is why data analytics is integrated with the multiple technologies. If the competition level is very high, you too have to upgrade your resume. Then after that you can get the job so easy. Now let's understand what is Power BI now. So I'm writing from here only the Power BI related stuff. Just understand. So here the BA means business intelligence tool. Business intelligence tool. Perfect. So why we used to call it as a business intelligence tool? Let's understand. In our college school days, teachers are giving ranking for us. First rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, and the last person who are sitting at the last bench giving the last rank. Based on what? So based on our exam performance. If you are writing good, you will get the first rank. If you are not writing good, you will get the middle rank or last rank. The same manner, whatever the business turnover. So based on day-to-day business or month-to-month business or quarter-to-quarter business or year-to-year business, based on your business, this Power BI intellectually understanding your business. So that is why can I call it as a business intelligence tool? Simple, perfect. But this is not definition. Then what is the definition? The definition is it is using for the data visualization. Perfect. Let me understand what is the data visualization. Why we used to call it as a data visualization Power BI. So let me open my Power BI. So it's already open somewhere. So this is my Power BI user interface. Just observe here. So this is the Excel sheet which we have data for 4 years of the data. Just observe. This 4 years of the data almost having the 10,000 records, 10,000 rows. So this same data I have connected this Power BI. Don't worry about for now. Just observe only. This is Power BI user interface. So this is the data which we have connected. Whatever it is there in the Excel, we have connected 4 years of the data. Simple. So I'm going here. These are all the columns. So did you observe here the data? Which means this is the data section. Did you observe here the visualization? This is visualization section. So in the visualization, these are all the different charts, different graphs, different tables. So for example, I am clicking somewhere here. So it is coming up here, right? So am I doing anything here? Am I writing any code? No. You just drag and drop wherever you want to place it. Simple. So I am clicking somewhere else here, the something. So like this. So now you tell me which one having the here highest sale value. Let me turn on the label here. Which one having the highest sale? Technology. How many seconds it took? 2 to 3 seconds. How much the data we have? 4 years of the data. 4 years of the data you can easily convert into the meaningful understanding within less time. Is it powerful one? So what is the less one? So least one, office supplies. For example, if I take the same thing, the city wise, you want to find out. So look at here. Let me bring this to up. The same manner, I am taking for the city wise. How many cities we have? So we have more. So by clicking here somewhere without writing any code, you can convert huge amount of the data into the meaningful understanding. Now look at here. What is the top 5 cities having the more sales? New York City, Los Angeles, Seattle, San Francisco. So once you go scroll up here, go down, you just observe the what is the least sales value also. Abilene, Jupiter. So like this. Which means that within the seconds you can convert that huge amount of data into the meaningful understanding. The same manner I'm going to click here. I'm going to somewhere click here. Is it giving? Am I writing any code here? No, I'm not writing any code here, right? So for example, so without writing any code that you are, taking these different charts. These are all the different charts. tables, graphs, you know, in your school days. So these are all the different one. By using different one, you just observe here. By using this data visualization, can I call it data visualization in the form of different charts, different shapes? So that is the definition for the Power BI. So Power BI is a data visualization in the form of different charts, different tables, different graphs. Simple. Do we need to by heart it? No. Do we need to note somewhere else? No. Simple thing. So this is how. Here you just observe one thing. So once you complete that, kind of the visualization, that is called as a here the project. Like this only you are going to do. So these kind of the different charts you are going to, place one place only. So then that will become the, that one, what you used to call it as project. Here the project we used to call it as a dashboard. Let me open the someone else. Here the project we used to call it as a dashboard. Or you also call it as a reports. Also you can call it as a pages. This is project name. So here you just observe here the page 1, page 2 like this. So every page seems like a, you can convert it as a one project. Simple. So you can go for the as many pages as you want. That is simple. So it is copy. Fine. So after you complete project, what you need to do? You have to save it. So after that you have to manage it, which means that anything want to provide the permissions, any subscriptions, the client, so like that. So after you complete this one, you are going to send this to the clients, right? Now did you observe whatever the project that you want to done here, what is the required main thing? Data. So without data you can't do anything, right? So once you get the data, you are going to connect the data into your Power BI. Then after that you are going for the data visualization in the form of different charts, tables and charts, graphs. Then you complete your project, then you save it and save to the client. This is your entire project of your life cycle. So every day you are going to do it. So what must required here? The data required and your Power BI required. So in the Power BI, let's understand what are the prerequisites. So what you need to, for your laptop to install your Power BI. Let me understand here. The first thing what you need, 1 GB or 2 GB data required in your local C drive. Fine. So to install this one, after you complete your project, you must require to save, right? For saving purpose, do I need some hard disk also? 15 to 20 GB hard disk also required. Perfect. So if you people are very old guys, 32-bit laptops also you can install it. If you are fresher guys, 64-bit laptops also you can install. Which means that any laptop you can install. Why it is the flexibility? Did you observe here as we discuss about that any company that they can use it? Any old companies also, old laptop, old machines also they can install Power BI. So that is why 32-bit also, 64-bit also you can install it. Simple. This much everybody know. So installation and all. Now your real story will begin from here. How much you need to put the effort? How much you need to learn here? So this will give you, can you able to do this technology or not? This is unlock your potential, your knowledge. Can you able to do this technology or not? Simple thing. Let me make you understand here. In the Power BI, we do have the two components. Components means two things. What are the two things? Why it is important? Let's understand. So those are all the two things. My first one is Power BI desktop. This is my first one. This Power BI desktop. My second one is the second component is Power BI service. So this is my second one. These two are the important for us to complete our project. For example, we have the project assigned that the project is 100% we have to complete any project, right? So out of this product, how to you are going to decode it? So out of this 100% project, you are going to complete here the 80% project. So here you are going to complete the 20% remaining. Fine. Two components, you are going to share it the work. Simple. So Power BI desktop means whatever we have discussed here just now. So this is your Power BI. So let me show you the something like this here. So your project, this is very sample one for the student purpose. So just like this is your project, simple thing. Right here, this is just like interactivity. Did you observe the changing everything? That simple thing. You might not experience there. Let me show you here. So the moment I click here, it will filter it out all the history related stuff. The moment you click here, it will relate it to stuff. So just like this project. So you can consider it as a project. So where we are doing this one, Power BI desktop. So which we have discussed here, Power BI desktop, 80% of your project. Which means that can I call it as a here the completing your project. Your entire project is going to develop by using here the Power BI desktop only. So if you are doing the project here, complete your project you are doing here, this project, can I call it as a you people or software developers? Simple. So now here the 20% remaining is there. This 20% after you complete your project, you are going to save somewhere. So you are going to manage that, which we have discussed. So you are going to share this to the client. Are you doing any project here? No. So can I call it here this guy as a admin? So after you complete your project, you are going to share to the client. You can't direct share to the client. You have to give that to the admin. Admin only will share to the everything is going to share to the client. Perfect. So this remaining 20% of work is based on the admin. But entire your project who is going to done? Power BI desktop. Here only you used to call it as a developer. Now here let me decode it somewhat. So this out of 80%, so 80% of your project. So 70% of your project based on options only. Simple. You no need to write any single line of code. So let me show you how. This is same my Power BI. So I'm clicking somewhere else. This is the data section. These are all the columns. The moment I click on here or something, so I will get the sum of the information. I click here the column. So click here the something. It will visualize like this. You can understand by looking at this, right? Which one having the highest sale value, least sale value like this. Perfect. So the moment I click on somewhere else, it will give you information. Simple, right? Am I writing any code here? I'm not writing any code. So this one run. Wait, let me take one more time. These values. Am I writing any code here? No. Simple, you drag and drop. Just like I'm just using options only. So once you go up here, the home menu, file menu, insert menu, here also options are there, right? So these options also we have to understand where to use, when to use, how to use based on the client requirement. So this we have to understand. Like this, entire your project of here, 70% based on only options. Which means, can I call it as a even school kid also can do it? In your home, even our school children also, they are using our mobiles so fast. So can't they able to click over here? Can't they able to click over here? They can also do it. Which means that is it difficult? No. Very easy, deadly easy. So for that matter, there is the one difficulty here that is challenge for you. That remaining 10% you need to write the logics. So we also call it as a formulas. Fine. Here the whatever that you want to do, this formulas under 10%, we are calling it as a DAX. So in the Power BI, once you go here, so these are all the options are available. Here the DAX is there, right? Here you need to write the sum logics. So how many logics that is required to you have to learn it. So almost only the 15 logics frequently asking in the interviews, frequently coming for your coming for your projects. Any project, only 15 logic that are frequently coming up. So can I reduce here the burden rather than learning the all the things? So better to at least 15 logics learn it. So in one day, if you learn one logic, just like a singing a song, one lyric one day like that. 15 logic takes 15 days on the right. Can't able to learn. Simple. So these 70% options everybody can do it. Everybody, even school kid also can do it. Then what is the challenge for you to get the job? These 15 logics. So here this 15 logics also, once you get selected, you can use the ChatGPT. You can get it. Any Gemini you can use it. Anything Copilot also you can use it. Anything, whatever you can get it. This logics. But the problem is, if any interviewer asks you for the face-to-face interview, you can't able to open your ChatGPT. For that matter only, that this much 15 logics you have to practice thoroughly very well. So these are all very simple one, nothing bigger, but you have to practice it. So because these are all the options. Apart from this, very small work only that you need to do 15 logics. So this is also very easy. I will explain you how to do it. No worry about it. So now just understand here the 20% also. Remaining work is there. So these 20% also options. You no need to write any logics. Then what here you used to call it as Power BI service? I want to call it as a cloud here. So why it is cloud? But for example, if in our mobile, if you take the any photos or videos, so we can see our mobile, so our photos or videos. If any friend from the different places want to see your pictures, you are going to load in your Insta, otherwise Snap, or any Facebook, or somewhere else any social media, right? The same manner, whatever you complete your project here, client won't be sitting with you. Client will be there in the different places, US, UK, somewhere else. So you want to access your project, how you are going to place it, that Power BI service. So can I call it as a cloud? Simple. So wherever the client is staying there, he can access it, your project. That is why we are using this one. Then apart from this, what is the using here? So whatever the subscriptions in there. So what client has to access it? Your dashboard. So any permissions, who can see my dashboard, my data, everything, fine. So these are all some of the admin activities done by your admin guys. Any refreshing work, any data coming up, say any restrictions want to provide. So based on that, admin guy will do. So both are all the different one. You are not alone going to do entire thing. So if you are go for the software developer, you go Power BI developer only. Power BI desktop only, you are getting work alone. Here only you are getting work alone. If you want to go as an admin guy, so this is another position. So only admin activities only this person has to do. But you here the under our training, we will train you both. If you can able to challenge it for this 10% of your work, you will become the software developer. So I can't able to do anything, you can go as an admin. But the problem is when you go admin, career is not that good. Your package is also not that good. So not advisable, not suggested. So if you go the developer, for example, if any company require that 1,000 developers per project, only 50 to 10, 50 to 100 admins only required. So who is having the more demand? Developers. Package is also more because of these people are completing project, right? So who are completing entire project, they are demanding more. So that is why. So always prefer for this one. Now let me make you our program here. Every day 1 hour class will be there. So all our options. Before this, just understand here. Here 80% out of 80%, 70% are options. Here 20% options. So which means that total how much? 90% options only. So that logics also you no need to go for the 10%, almost 5% only, which means that 90 to 95% you are going to do only based on the options. So I want to ask you, I want to give you a challenge. If I am coming from the arts background, can't I able to learn it? Sure. If I am coming from the any BSc background, can't I able to learn it? Any group from the degree, any group, can't I able to learn it? I can. If I am coming from the BTech, any branch, can't I able to learn it? I can. If I am from the medical background, simple. Pharmacy background, simple. MBA, MCA, or anything. Even school kid also can learn it. So you can imagine, you can simply learn it. Then problem is here, can we able to get the jobs? Only the BTech students only getting the job, otherwise we also get the job. So there is no such barriers for the companies. People are requiring for the minds, knowledgeable minds. If you are having the good mind, they are hire you. So if you have degree but you don't have knowledge, will they hire you? No. So it means that you don't worry about that whatever the background that you have. So that you need to keep in mind. You don't worry about whatever you have done, non-IT, IT, whatever it is. So because of this is deadly easy one. So that you are becoming the software developer. Even non-IT somewhat the become difficult than the Power BI. I can say that. So that you can understand. Now our classes will be the 1 hour every day. These are all the 90% options. You can complete the our entire 1 hour class in 30 minutes. So simple. You are hyperactive. But it will take for you 6 months minimum or 1 year or 2 years time to get the job. Why? So we are going to learn the multiple technologies. Whatever we learn today, so after 10 days, 20 days, you forget. If anybody asks you in the interview, you can't able to answer it. So it seems like everything small. Only options you are going to click somewhere else. But if anybody asks you to tell me the steps how to do it, so you know how to do it, but you can't able to explain. Then for that purpose, you must minimum require 2 hours practice daily. Perfect. So if you do the 2 hours, you can get the 3 to 6 month of job like this. So I want to give one more challenge. If I do the 4 hours, so you can imagine. If I do the 6 hours, right? So that is based on your the practice level, based on your clarity about the each step. More important to get the job. So because of the competition level is very high, the 10 people coming for your position, you have to be something special on that 10, out of 10. So how to show your specialization? You have to get the more clarity about whatever we discuss in our classroom. So after that, you have to explain the same also. If you can't able to explain, you can't able to get. So that is the one thing you have to observe. Apart from this here, so in our Power BI, so we will do the 2 mini projects. So 2 major projects also we will do. So now just observe, if you are fresher, you can use these projects, how to explain it. If you are non-IT background, I will help you out how to convert your real-time non-IT into our Power BI. So if you are experienced person from the different domain in IT also, I will ask you to how to explain this project in your real time. Simple. So apart from this, just understand, Excel also there. In the Excel, some people asking for the pivot tables. Pivot tables means, which means that project also. This is also project pivot table, you might know, some people. So this pivot table also we will do 2 projects. So let's challenge them. You ask from the Excel, I will do it. You ask from the Power BI, I will do it. So apart from this, they will ask you the SQL also there. In the SQL, there is no direct project which we are going to do it, but every scenario is based on the project. And there is the project related stuff which is there, the views are there, and stored procedure are there if you know this much of the concept. So these are all the related to project. I will ask you to how to do it. So you can use them also project. So apart from this, we will pull the data from the external sources. So this is also you can use it. Simple. In the Python side, this is that is not much important for you. Python just whatever wherever the Power BI it is required, we will discuss about that one. So now just understand, once you get all this information, so can't you able to get the job? You can. So how we can do it? Let's understand. Every day we will take the minimum 7 to 10 real-time scenarios. Only scenario based we are explaining you here in the classroom. The 10 scenarios, minimum 5 interview questions daily, I will make you understand. So based on your experience, fresher experience or so whatever you have, based on that, I will help you out. So out of these scenarios, these kind of questions can expect to ask. So it means that every day you are coming here just like a mock interviews as well as the real time work. Can I call it as simple? So what you need to do, so this is burden, right? 10 scenarios, 5 interviews every day. If our course will be the minimum 60, 70 or 80 days, let me call it as a 70 days. So if you multiply with the 70, how many? 700 scenarios. Perfect. At least minimum 400 plus scenarios you are going to discuss in our classroom from all the technologies. So in your interview, they might ask the 15 to 20 questions of the max only. So out of this, can't you able to handle the interview? You can. Simple. But the problem is here, I have seen so many students. I want to prepare you in the 360-degree preparation. What is 360-degree here? You might not know so far. So all people coming for the software coaching in the year somewhere. So they can't learn the proper way. So technology, whatever we have, they are strong at the technology. They can do anything they get. But the problem is they can't able to explain it in English. So they are weak at the English. This is strange combination. This is not your 360-degree, preparation to get the job. If you are strong at the technology, you can't able to explain it in English. That is not, good thing. You are giving chance to someone else. If you are not strong at the technology, you are weak at the technology, your English is so good. What is the problem here? This is also strange. So it means that you have 3 months time. Every day, at least 1 or 2 lines have to, practice it. While you're doing Power BI practice, real-time scenarios, whatever we have discussed here in the classroom, same thing speak with your Power BI, with your friends. Only 3 months practice like that. So within 3 months, so same thing, whatever the scenarios like this, every day 700 scenarios, same thing also you have to do in English as well. So can't be able to learn at least the 50 sentences. So only I require the 20, 30 sentences in English. Only professional sentences. No need English like that, pro like the Britishers. We are not Britishers. This much is important. These sentences which are keep on we are repeating in our interviews, in our calls. If you are strong in this technology, it is added to your professional English. It will give you the good. So you get selected so fast. So any person coming for the competition, so this many scenarios is there in your hand. So this much practice you have. Is anybody coming to competition for you? No. Your project level also not like this. Your project level also very strong. So that is how you have to understand the your preparation level. So that is why you must do this much of the practice. Apart from this, let's understand this one, the placement level. Placement side, my students, fresher students. So least packages, one of my fresher student got the 2.5 LPA. Least one, same fresher student, he got the 5.8 LPA. So can I call it as 6 LPA? Same fresher only. What is the difference between them? The company this guy has got selected, and the knowledge of this person having the how to explain it in the interviews, right? The same person fresher also getting the 5.8, which means that the practice level of is doing very well, and whatever I told him, the everything is follow the same thing. Perfect. This is how you can get it. Based on your companies, you can get the packages. So for example, if you go as an experienced person, average package you can get 8.5 lakh to 15 lakhs. This is common. One of my students highest package for the 4 years of the experience, he got the 24 LPA just for only the Power BI, not data analytics. So why he got this much of the package? Because of he got selected for the product based company. So he train him in such a way that wherever the questions asking from different places, he was ready to answer. So that's why he got such packages. So another second highest package, one of my student got 17.3 somewhere LPA. So you can imagine the level of your practice will give you the level of your packages. This is not your school days, college days. You are going to write here the writing the exam and all. So you are not going to write on your notes. You are going to write your mind on your laptops. Can I call it as a so your mind with the laptop? So entire your knowledge will be there in your mind. If you don't have knowledge on your mind, there is no use of your pen and papers. So that is why your interactivity with always with the laptop. So your laptop will become your mind. Your mind become your laptop. Your knowledge is there in your fingertips. This is how you have to understand everything. So apart from this, so nothing is there. I think I have told you everything. So any questions, any doubts? డౌట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటాడు కదా మీకు ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయి ఆఫ్లైన్ చెప్పండి. డల్గా ఉన్నారు, మెడిటేషన్ సెంటర్కి వచ్చినట్టు. క్లాస్ ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే ఉంటుంది, కబుర్లు తెలుగులో చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. So anybody having such a doubt that you go in your Naukri, search for that. What is that? One more thing I forgot to tell you. Fresher guys, especially observe the fresher guys. So people who are learning this one, you just observe here we are learning here the Power BI, which means that individually you can get the job. Power BI పైన జాబ్ వస్తుంది మీకు. అట్లనే ట్యాబ్లో పైన కూడా నువ్వు ఇండివిజువల్గా జాబ్ తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు. విచ్ మీన్స్ దట్ 2 జాబ్ 1+1 ఆఫర్. So SQL side అయితే SQL also database side you can get the 1 job individually. You can go this job also. So Python also, the based on our level of here the classes, you can get 1 job as a fresher. Which means that how many jobs you have? 1 job here, second job here, third, 4 jobs are here in your hand in your data analytics. Simple. సో నీకు ఇంకా దరిద్రం భయంకరంగా ఉంది. నాకు ఇంకా నా జీవితంలో నేను ఎందుకు పనికిరాను పోయి అనుకుంటే ఇది నా ఐడెంటిటీ. ఇది కూడా నేను బతికిస్తావా లాస్ట్కి? ఓకేనా? ఇంతకన్నా దరిద్రం ఉంటుందా? ఉండదు కదా. ఇంక ఎక్సెల్ మించిన దరిద్రం మనకు ఉండదు బేసిక్గా. ఏ దేవుడు అంత దరిద్రంగా రాయడు. ఓకేనా? సో దీస్ many diversified technology that you are going to learn. That is why so job, any person having is their jobs are not available. So before you questioning yourself is their job available, how you have to develop yourself with the different technologies. So here once we go for the here AI also in the integration, some dashboards, this is also you can put in your resume. So by looking at your resume, they have to understand this person is having a more knowledge than other person's resume. That you have to understand. So this much